Well, the nice thing about setting goals is once you learn how to do it based on your personality, you can take that into anything that you want to do for the rest of your life.
This is Stephanie B with Career Makeover Academy, and today I have an honored guest, Jeanette Riles, with Jeanette Riles & Company, a real estate investor with more than 12 years of experience, bringing her information online so that she can teach others how to do the same thing so that they can be financially free. Welcome, Jeanette. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Stephanie.
I just kind of wanted to see what's your background on goals and have you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I spent 16 years in corporate America as a sales executive and management position, teaching others with no sales experience how to set and achieve goals. And I did that mainly on the personal side, because if you set personal goals that are extremely large, you will get everything that you want professionally out of life. That's how I actually approached goal setting in the corporate setting. But after 16 years, I kind of had enough of it. And I decided, you know what, with all of the time, effort, and energy that I'm spending, I really should just be doing this for myself. So I stepped down from management and just put myself into a sales position and planned for my 5th year that I would actually step out and start my own business in real estate investing. And that's what I did. After 1 year, I was able to replace my income of 6 figures with just real estate. And I continue to do real estate today, along with promissory note lending, and then teaching other people how to actually self-direct their IRAs so they can make money rather than just seeing their money stay very even over 10 to 20 years. So that's what I do now.
I think it'll be very interesting to see how your goal setting practice has set you up for such success. At this point in your life, you're doing amazing things and you're actually teaching others to do what you do.
Well, the nice thing about setting goals is once you learn how to do it based on your personality, you can take that into anything that you want to do for the rest of your life. I don't start my day any different now than when I was in corporate America. Mm-hmm. I get up, I plan my day, I work my plan rather than having my day kind of run me, which is very easy to do if you work from your home. And that's the same thing I do every day. So I get up, I exercise, I make sure that I plan my day out. Whatever my top 3 things are to do, I make sure I get them done first. Or if there's something I just absolutely dislike, I get it out of the way first thing. I think once you learn to set and achieve goals, it becomes very simple to set yourself up for what you want out of life. And since success means so many different things to so many people, I think it's important to realize that you have to find what's important to you. There's nothing right and there's nothing wrong. It has to be based on what you want out of life. For me, I wanted time and freedom. So I didn't want to have all of my corporate benefits that I had because I know they came with golden handcuffs. So the company car, the expense ticket, everything like that, that was wonderful. But that also meant that they could call me up anytime that they wanted to and have me drive 100 miles, have me go out of town on a 2 days notice or a 1 day notice. I really wanted to own my time again. And it didn't really matter to me what I did, but I knew that by real estate, I could not only affect today's income, but I could get tomorrow's security underway. And I think that's what most people are really worried about today is they really want to do something for themselves, but they're just not sure how to do it. Or they want that job that they love, but they just don't know how to make the money side of it work. Mm-hmm. So I think once you learn to set goals and attain them and actually evaluate them, things become so much easier for you to do every day.
It's the requirement in order to succeed. I mean, to be able to set those goals and obtain them, set reasonable steps to attaining those goals. Without that, I mean, you can have a pie in the sky goal, but if you can't figure out how to make it happen,
then it doesn't happen usually.
Exactly. And it's demoralizing because people set those New Year's resolutions and then by week 2 or 3 or 4 or February, March, they're like, I'm a failure. I couldn't do this.
Exactly.
And the problem is they didn't have the background of just setting up those goals and actually being able to attain it.
And honestly, if you set goals based on how your personality is, it's so much easier. The type A person, the goal getter, they will figure out a way to do things. But the person maybe that is kind of an even keel person that isn't as high energy and things like that, sometimes setting goals can really scare people like that. And they need to understand that there's more than one way to set and achieve goals. I teach mainly the SMART method, but I also have 3 other methods that I use because not everybody wants to set a goal for every every part of their life. Maybe they only want fitness, or they only want financial, or they only want to set that goal to get that better job. And that's okay. And I think people need to realize that if you kind of work with your personality instead of against it, things will fall into place much easier for you.
Yeah, I think people sort of assume that the type A personality route's the only way to go. And when they lose momentum, they internalize that, unfortunately. So let's backtrack a little bit and let's talk about the SMART goals. Can you tell us what that acronym stands for?
Sure. SMART goals entails 5 things. First, your goal needs to be specific. If I was going to run a marathon, I need to say what marathon I'm actually going to run. For those of you that don't know, that's 26.2 miles. That's a specific goal. It has to be measurable. That's what the M stands for. Is it going to be measured at an event? Are you going to just do a time? Are you going to do a place? It has to have a specific ability to be measured. That way you know if you hit it or if you just kind of failed on hitting that, which is okay. Then you have to write it so it's attainable for you. For example, I haven't run a marathon since I was 40 years old. For me to go out and do it right now, that is in no way, shape, or form going to happen. It has to be attainable for you as you write it today. Then it has to be realistic for you. Depending on your job, are you working 60 hours a week, or do you have 2 children? Things like that. You have to take those into consideration. So is it realistic for you at this point in your life to actually do the goal that you're putting on paper? The T stands for the time. When are you going to actually start? Whether it's start training, start your new business, start training for a marathon, whatever that is, you have to have a start date. One of the biggest issues I think with some people is they'll say, as soon as I get this done, I'll start that. As soon as I get that done, then I'll start that. But you can't do that with goals. You have to start whenever it is. If it's tomorrow or today at 5 p.m., that's when you're going to start. And you'll see whether or not you're going to get what you need done out of the way to actually hit that goal. Well, that's the SMART method. The other methods that I actually teach, and it works a lot for creative people, if you just get overwhelmed by having a goal sheet and looking at that goal sheet every single day and saying those goals to yourself, you just get so overwhelmed because you feel stressed out. Another method that I teach is Personality Plus.